Hi guys, it's been a while, but I wanted to follow up my previous discussion on what to consume, what to eat during the month of Ramadan should you want to retain all those gains, the muscle itself, protein retention within the muscle, so as to not break down, so as to not use the muscle itself as an energy source. So I discussed this in full in the previous post, and I used obviously the body weight of an 85 kilogram to 90 kilogram individual. Today I just want to touch base relative to how do you then use metrics, not metrics, metrics, to measure where you were and where you currently are, and obviously where you potentially will end up relative to where what you're ingesting, right? So to do this, a simple technique of measurement can be done, and the start of all of this would be your BMI. Not focusing too much on what it means in terms of your planning, but rather so just as a baseline for measurement. So height and weight, of course, measuring your height, and this would of course have been done whenever, and most definitely would not have changed. And then your weight to be taken, I would say, every third day, not honing in of course on the relevance thereof and stressing too much in the amount of weight either being gained or lost, because obviously during the day you are gaining and losing based on your water retention within the body, and of course consumption. So your weight and height, and then you simple calculation would then give you your BMI, focusing obviously on your weight. Then in addition to this, the measurements, circumference measurements of 4 ideal yet not overbearing areas. So the first would be your arm, so your right arm or left arm, preferably your right arm, and this is measured at the mid belly of the bicep. And how you measure this is you go on the back of your elbow at a specific point, and you measure approximately 10 to 15 centimeters up, and this is relative to, of course, how tall you are, etc., and how long that humerus or upper arm is. 10 to 15 centimeters up, and then you turn the measuring tape or the measuring band and measure the circumference of the arm. Then your upper leg or thigh, once again exactly the same. The top of the patella or kneecap, you measure approximately 15 centimeters up to the mid belly of the quads and hamstrings, and then you measure the circumference of the quad, or rather of the upper leg. And then third, you're going to measure your waistline around your navel, and then fourth, your nipple line, and this should be done with your arms down, so as to not wing the scapula, that is now your shoulder blades, and obviously to avoid any additional flexing of muscles, etc. It must be in a relaxed position. Now just quickly to touch on the chest or the nipple line, there is an expiratory as well as an inspiratory measurement. Focus on the expiration, meaning when you blow out, that's when you measure, and then the next time you measure, do the exact same, so as to continue with the exact same form of measurement in the form of continuation. Once you have these measurements jotted down, recorded on your notes on your phone or wherever, as long as you have a report thereof. And then lastly, now you've done your weight, your height, you've calculated your BMI, and then you've also taken your circumference. Body fat is essential or ideal if you have the means to acquire this, but don't worry too much, because obviously during the month of Ramadan there is going to be a lot of changes within the body that's happening, so don't stress too much on that. But lastly, the pictures from an equal distance, so meaning every single time you take the picture, be it in the mirror or someone taking a picture of you, make sure to take it in the same area, in the same preferable lighting, as well as the same distance from the camera or from the mirror. This is important, and obviously the same height that the camera is also being taken. This is important for a couple of reasons, as so that you do not have a fake impression of what you're doing, or rather the results of the fasting, the diet itself, meaning what you're eating, and also the intermittent type of training, the one day on, the one day off type of effect. So of course, as to measure using these metrics to measure exactly what the effect was of your calorie intake and macro breakdown, and then also the training that you've imposed in relation to fasting during the month of Ramadan. So I hope that this assists somewhat. If it's only being done now, it is not too much of a stress. But that being said, don't completely derail relative to your efforts. Make use of these methods of measurement, and then obviously within the next, say, 5 to 7 days, do a remeasurement, and then at the end of the month another measurement. In that way you have some form of scale relative to what has transpired, and obviously at the end of the month you know exactly what your body has done, and then you can start planning for the next phase, which is of course to consolidate either gains or building up of the muscle and breaking down of that unwanted fat. Till next time, I hope this really helped. Speak soon. Peace.